We here at Total Pro Sports have presented the 10 biggest Super Bowl hangovers before. In case you missed it, there's a curse that seems to hit many sports teams the year after they reach the championship series. MLB teams are no exception to the infamous hangover. I'm Justin Fraction, and today we dive into the 10 biggest victims of the World Series hangover. And we do hope you enjoy this video, and if you do, feel free to click subscribe down below for more cool videos every single day. Number 10, 1994 Phillies and Blue Jays. Why not start off the list with a joint listing? It's not every day where two World Series participants fail big time the following year. As most remember, the Toronto Blue Jays won their second straight Fall Classic in 1993. Joe Carter's walk-off homer in Game 6 sent the Philadelphia Phillies packing. The end of the 1994 season was lost to a strike, but that was good for both teams. Philly sat at 54 and 61 before the strike. Toronto sat at 55 and 60. Talk about curing a hangover quickly. Number 9, 2013 San Francisco Giants. The 2012 San Francisco Giants won their second World Series in 3 years. With their core players intact, Giants fans had every reason to be optimistic about a repeat in 2013. Only that didn't happen. For reasons unknown, the Giants continued a strange trend of missing the playoffs in odd-numbered years. They finished 76 and 86, tied for third in the National League West Division. But hey, the Giants did win the World Series once again in 2014. Number 8, 2008 Colorado Rockies. The 2007 Rockies were a Cinderella story for the ages. They won 15 of their final 16 regular season games. Then they won a playoff tiebreaker game. Then they swept their next two playoff opponents to reach the World Series. But the party ended at the hands of the Boston Red Sox, who swept the 90-win Rockies to capture the Fall Classic. The Rockies then inexplicably fell apart in 2008, finishing with a poor 74 and 88 record. So much for another Rocktober party. Number 7, 2014 Boston Red Sox. The Red Sox went from 69 wins in 2012 to World Series champions in 2013. That was truly one of the most remarkable turnarounds in sports history. But then the Red Sox went from World Series champions to last in the American League East once again. It was weird. Minus the departure of star outfielder Jacoby Ellsbury, the Red Sox fielded their superstar core. Nonetheless, they managed just 71 wins. Perhaps all that St. Patrick's Day drinking in March led to a major hangover for all the players come April. Just guessing there. Number 6, 1991 Cincinnati Reds. The Reds won 91 games in 1990, en route to capturing their 5th World Series championship in franchise history. And yet, despite going into 1991 with practically the same roster, Reds fans were singing the blues instead. They went 74 and 88, which was bad enough for 5th place in the NL West Division. Number 5, 1967 Baltimore Orioles. Led by legendary pitcher Jim Palmer and slick hitter Frank Robinson, the Orioles won their first World Series in 1966. That came after winning 97 games in the regular season, cementing themselves as one of the best champions of their time. But the Orioles made a handful of questionable trades which gutted some of their roster depth. Next thing you know, the defending champions went just 76 and 85, but they would win over 90 games in each of the following 4 seasons. I don't know. I guess even the best teams are due for a hangover from time to time. Number 4, 1999 San Diego Padres. The 1998 Padres reached 98 wins but were swept by the powerhouse New York Yankees in the World Series, while losing star pitcher Kevin Brown and sluggers Ken Caminiti and Steve Finley dealt big blows to their roster. The Padres were unable to replace 3 of their stars and slumped to a miserable 74 and 88 record. They finished 4th in their division as a result, but losing 3-star players isn't an excuse. They were victims of the hangover, and that's that. Number 3, 1989 Los Angeles Dodgers. Kirk Gibson's walk-off home run in Game 1 was the focal point of the 1988 LA Dodgers championship season. This team was loaded with ultra-stars, and they kept the core together entering the 1989 season. But the hangover hit the Dodgers hard, and the Dodgers weren't able to dodge the hangover at any point in the season. They finished with a mere 77 and 83 record, bad enough to finish 4th in the NL West. Number 2, 1986 Kansas City Royals. Led by a star-studded pitching staff that included Cy Young winner Brett Saberhagen, the Royals won 91 games in 1985. It was topped off with a World Series victory over their interstate rivals, the St. Louis Cardinals. But the Royals were dethroned in 1986 via a World Series hangover. They finished with a poor 76 and 86 record. It was only the beginning of a real long hangover, as the Royals wouldn't make the playoffs again until 2014. And number 1, 1998 Florida Marlins. The Florida Marlins played their first MLB season in 1993. 4 years later, they won 92 games and took home the 1997 World Series championship. That was thanks to the wonderful team crafted by mastermind Dave Dombrowski. But despite being world champions, the Marlins lost a reported $34 million. The solution? Cut back on payroll. The Marlins won a ridiculously porous 54-108. What else did you expect when they traded away virtually an entire World Series championship roster? That was the recipe for one ugly hangover. What are some of the other biggest World Series hangover victims? Join us in the comments section below. If you liked this video and learned a thing or two, clicking the like button helps us out a ton and we appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to Total Pro Sports though, subscribing is a great idea because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching and we'll see you guys next time.